lock screen down. So, in case you didn't hear me the first time, I did say good morning. I just pulled my aux cord out. It is March 23, Monday, 2020. So, let's see. I'm on my way to work. I just posted a video I did the other day that I thought the volume was bad, but it's actually okay. So I listened to it before I posted it. Yeah, I wanted to, I don't know, like I have a urge, idea, something, to blog or vlog, whatever you want to call it, vlog I guess it would be, each day of the quarantine. And I may do that to some degree, not to necessarily post. It'll probably be on private, just so it's recorded somewhere, you know, because this is an event that is historical. And I don't know, I guess it would depend on what I had to say. Because as of right now, we are not in quarantine in the state of Minnesota. I did hear that maybe today the governor would be announcing that. I don't know. I know that I talked to one of my online friends yesterday, and he said that today they officially started quarantine, or lockdown, I should say. I believe he's in Indiana. It was Illinois or Indiana, I can't remember. Yeah, as of today, Minnesota is still not on lockdown. From 2 weeks ago now, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I think? Yeah, we went from 2 cases to, I think we're getting close to 200 cases. I had a dream that there was 600 cases, but that might have been data I heard somewhere. Speaking of which, speaking of dreams, the last 2 nights I've had some serious dreams. Like this is stirring up some stuff for me, because I'm dreaming really vivid, first of all, and like to the point where last night I'd only been sleeping for like an hour and a half, but in the dream I literally was like taken back in time to a certain point of my life where there were certain people in my life, and in reality our paths veered different. We went different directions, and in the dream that hadn't happened, our paths had stayed together. And so it was like a couple years past that. It was, you know, if things had continued and we had stayed friends and stayed in the same area, what that looked like a couple years down the road. And then I woke up, and it literally felt like my body was being pulled back to the present. But the dream had been so vivid that I was really disoriented for a minute. And then I realized that it was like 20 plus years later, and I was in my house, and, you know, like reality came back. And then I was sad for a second, because it is a loss that I still feel, that friendship and that what could have been. Yeah, so I was just like, whoa, that was crazy. So yeah, this is all stirring up some stuff for me, I guess. Yeah, so I'm on my way to work. We are going to officially propose the altered schedule today if we don't get shut down. I don't know. As far as work goes, there haven't been any further emails about possible shutdown, so I'm pretty sure they won't shut down until we're shut down. And I get both sides of it. Like, there's people already saying, well, that's fucked up, and, you know, they're risking risking people's lives so they can make money, yada yada. Yes, they are risking people's lives so they can make money, but they're also giving us the option to keep working so that we can keep making money. You know, they're not trying to take us out of work any sooner than they have to, and if we're willing to risk going into work to get the money, then they're going to stay open for us to get that money. And, you know, it gets them money too. But honestly, as low as the workforce is now, it's not getting them nearly as much money because our ability to produce has greatly slowed with a third of the people being gone. So, yeah, I can see there's both sides of it, you know. They're not a restaurant or a bar that had to shut down. And so if they can keep their people working, then they're going to do that. But at the same time, you know, like I've said before, I'm non-essential to production. The panels and the harnesses and all of the stuff gets produced without me just as well. I would be there to help trainees, but you know, if they would quit bringing new people in, then I wouldn't even need to be there. I had 2 last week, which, okay, you know, they were children of current co-workers, so they're coming from the same households, and they're done as of Friday, so they go to their new area today. And then I have 2 other ones that are cross-training from other departments who don't need a lot of help. And I thought I was good after that. Well, then they bring in a new tester, and I think someone else was, oh yeah, someone's going to start cross-training tomorrow, or today. So, yeah, instead of just halting all movement, they keep moving people around and bringing more people in under special circumstances, and I don't agree with that. Because whatever learning we do before we get shut down is probably going to be lost if we're shut down for multiple weeks, and then I'm going to start over. So why am I wasting my energy? I don't know. And B, that's that much more exposure I'm getting. And that much more exposure they're getting should I have it and not know it. Yeah, so there are definitely parts of it I disagree with. And I guess we'll just have to see what today holds. I think that, I don't know what I think. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, and absolutely unprecedented. And it's going to change the way we view the world. I hope that it changes the way everybody views the world, because some people definitely need their views to be changed. I hope that this scares some sense into them and scares some maturity into some people, because there's a lot of really ridiculous people out there that just have no common sense. They have no, and I don't mean common sense in the normal way that people say, oh, no common sense, but like, you know, talking again about people being aware that there's other people in the world around you, and being aware that there's more than just what you're feeling and thinking in your head, and being able to look at things from an outside perspective rather than your own little petty emotions and feelings that aren't necessarily valid. Not saying that they are not valid, but really examining that and finding out if they are or are not. You know, I'm a worrier, so I tend to worry about crazy things, and I have to sometimes think about, like, is this a valid thing to be worrying about? And sometimes it's not. Or things, sometimes when I get angry about stuff with my husband or whatever, I'm like, is this a valid thing to be angry about? Am I being ridiculous, or is this valid? You know, anything in that regard, we should all be taking time to go, is this valid? Does this make sense? to uphold your opinion either. Have people in your life that will contradict those things and be that face of reality and another point of view to be able to look at it from a different angle. I think those people in our lives are extremely valuable and extremely important so that we don't get stuck in our own head too much. So that is my update for today, and I will update tomorrow. And one part of me hopes we shut down and the other part doesn't. So we will see what today holds. Everybody be kind to each other. Please think about other people when you're purchasing things. You don't need 50 bottles of hand sanitizer. 5 or 10 will be more than enough, or less. You don't need 50 things of 24 rolls of toilet paper. There are other people that still have not gotten what they needed. I was in a real crisis for a minute because I was down to 5 rolls and forgot to buy toilet paper the weekend before all this craziness hit. Like, I just legitimately needed a new bag of toilet paper, and there's none to be found, so there's still none to be found. It's insane. So, there are people that weren't prepared at all, that didn't get to get any and still haven't gotten to get any. Can we please knock off the craziness? If you already have 40 rolls or 40 packages or 10 packages, can you just chill for a little bit and let other people get some too? That would be great. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Be kind to each other. Stay healthy. Be safe.